Took you time getting here, didn't you?
And don't you start getting stroppy with me, you ungrateful old git. I've been running around this town. I've been running about here like a tit in a trance looking for you. We went to the police station. They knew you'd been arrested, but they couldn't remember what they'd done with you.
Yeah, and for the last 4 hours, I've been phoning round trying to get hold of a consul.
Oh, charming. So while I'm banged up in here, Rodney's out trying to hire a car.
Not that sort of consul, you daft old git. I'm in the British consulate.
Well, why didn't you bring him here then?
Well, why did you get yourself arrested?
Keep your voices down. You'll get him chucked out of here. Just keep calm, will you, everybody, please? It's nice and calm and easy, right? What happened?
Nothing. I was just crossing the road to the hotel when this police car screeched up to me, nearly running me over. Next thing I knew, I was banged up in here. They ain't even charged me with nothing.
No, look, you must have done something, Grandad. You went back to the hotel for a little kit, right? Half hour later, you're doing porridge.
Now think hard, Grandad. Have you done anything remotely out of order? I mean, did you get drunk and disorderly? Did you have a punch-up with the Kuwaiti supporters club? Did you goose the maid?
No. Well, there was a little incident, Del. It didn't happen today, though.
Now we're getting somewhere. All right, come on, tell me, when did it happen?
1936.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought you said 1936.
That's funny, that, but so did I.
In 1936, I was deported from Spain and all her territories and dominions.
Would you consider it nosy of me if I were to ask you the reason why?
Do you really want to know?
Well, no, we're just curious, that's all.
Yeah, you know, well, we just wondered.
Well, I were up to no good, weren't I?
Well, I didn't think you got ruddy well deported for doing missionary work, did I? So what happened in 1936?
The Spanish Civil War happened, that's what happened.
The Spanish Civil... This gets worse, Rodney.
Oh, look, it's a long, long story.
Well, according to Manuel, the guard, you may have a long, long time to tell it in, so let's hear it.
Well, in 1936, the family was living in Peabody Buildings, Peckham Rye. Oh, it was terribly hard times. We had no money, no food, no future. There was millions of unemployed on the dole.
Excuse me, just a minute. Just a minute. I mean, excuse me, I may be being a wally or something, but can you possibly explain to me what a dole queue in Peckham has got to do with the Spanish Civil War?
I'm building up to it, Del.
Having a conversation with him is like a slow death, isn't it?
One day, me and my mate Nobby Clark, we decided we had just about enough of it, so we ran off to join the Foreign Legion.
The Foreign Legion? You don't mean the British Legion?
The French Foreign Legion, camels and forts, you know. So we hitchhiked to Southampton.
Ah, that's where their headquarters was?
No, that's where we tried to get on board the boat. Well, eventually we stowed away on a tramp steamer. We hid under the tarpaulin in the lifeboat. But, oh, the voyage was terrible. There were storms and gales. Us trotters have never made good sailors. Now, Nobby was all right on the water. I think it come from the time when he was a caretaker at a seaman's mission in Grimsby.
Oi, I don't want to worry you, but our plane leaves in 3 days. What happened in Spain?
Well, I'm just coming to it. Oh, now, where was I?
You and the fisherman's friend were under a tarpaulin in the lifeboat.
Oh, yeah. Well, when the ship finally docked, guess where we was?
Spain.
No. Tangiers.
Grandad, is it worth me making any plans for my future? What's all this got to do with the Foreign Legion?
Well, Tangiers was one of their main bases, wasn't it?
You see, any normal person who wanted to join the French Foreign Legion would have gone to France, wouldn't they? Not him, no.
Well, we jumped ship and made our way to their barracks. Well, when we got there, we couldn't believe our eyes. They was the biggest band of cutthroats and villains and murderers you could ever hope to see. They was the scum of the earth.
So you didn't join?
We tried, but they wouldn't have us. Well, now me and Nobby was in dead lumber. We had no money, we had nowhere to sleep, and we was 1,000 miles from home. But then we had a bit of luck. Well, it was more a quirk of fate, really. We bumped into an Arab, and he offered us a job. He said he'd pay us to take his motor launch over to the Spanish coast and deliver a cargo.
What sort of cargo?
Guns.
Guns?
You mean you were gun running in the middle of a civil war?
Well, that's the best time to do it, Rob.
Dirty little mercenary.
Oh, we didn't do it purely for financial gain. Oh, no, we both felt a deep commitment to a political cause.
Which side were you selling to?
Well, whichever side had the most money.
Bloody hell.
No, it's all right, Roddy. No, I mean, you know, a conscience is nice, but business is business, right?
Well, it was after the 7th trip when it happened. There was government troops laying in wait for us. They arrested us, and they took us to this little prison outside a town called Tarifa. They took Nobby away and tortured him. You could hear his screams echoing through the night.
Woke you up at one point, didn't he?
The last thing on my mind was sleep, Rodney. But no matter what they'd done to him, Nobby wouldn't say a word.
He didn't even have his Caledon Bowser to suck, did he?
Then it was my turn.
They tortured you?
No. But they would have done if I hadn't told them everything I knew. Well, a couple of days later, these government leaders arrived with our deportation orders. And well, that's about it.
Are you sure that's about it? I mean, you haven't forgot any little minor details, have you? Like, I mean, you didn't pop over to Hong Kong and become an opium peddler. Or you didn't get a Saturday morning job as a white slave trader, did you?
No, I just went back to Peckhamdale, put my name down on the housing list.
Granddad, why the hell didn't you tell us all this before we left home?
Well, I was going to tell you, but I thought it might spoil the holiday.
Spoil the holiday? Well, what do you think this has done?
We'd have been better off with that caravan in Buenos Aires now, wouldn't we?
Well, it all happened a long time ago. I thought the Spanish authorities would have forgot about it by now.
Forgotten about it? Forgot about it? You're most probably on their 10 most wanted terrorist list. You're probably somewhere between Carlos the Jackal and the Black November.
September.
What?
It's September. The Black September. You said November.
Gordon Bennett, Rodney. We haven't got time to sit about here discussing signs of the bleeding zodiac. We've got to think of a way of getting the red shadow out of here.
I swear they'll just deport him again.
Just deport him. You're joking, of course. They've just held the World Cup here, haven't they? They've got half of Manchester and Glasgow to get rid of first. By the time we get him back, he'll be eating paella and calling us gringos. Yeah, there's always a way.
Hello, visiting time's over.